everyone, I'm Adele and welcome to Toadstool House Art. So as I mentioned in my previous vlog, I'm actually quite busy this week. But I've already got some footage. So this video is going to be pretty cat centric because we got two COVID kittens last year in 2020. And they've just turned one. They turned one last week, but my vlogs last week were quite full as it was. So I'm going to put the footage from last week into this week's vlog because I made them like a cat food cake. It was just 2 tins of cat food on top of each other with some treats on. It was disgusting, but they liked it. And we put some new little bandanas on there. We got them new collars and some new toys, so you're gonna see all that. I do have one last piece for my digital art series, the ones that are going to be turned into keyrings. So I've got that one done, and you'll see that in this vlog, which is good because I can finally then send those off and have them printed on some nice acrylic and get them back hopefully soon because I do want to open my shop soon. But one thing I did get recently was this book. So this is the Spotter's Guide to Mushrooms and Other Fungi. So it's not like whether finding out whether they're edible or not, but it's got all these really good illustrations in it. So you see there's all the amanitas. And then they look good. So, because like I said, I do paint mushrooms in my sort of artwork a lot, but I kind of do sort of made up, just sort of like fantasy style. But now I've got like a proper reference book for actually real ones. And it's got all sorts in here, like how they grow, sort of like the sort of life cycle. It's got all different kinds, like you see the kinds that grow on the side of trees and things, not just the ones that pop up out the ground on their own. So yeah, so it's a nice little book. I just got it off eBay. So so I hope you enjoy this vlog, and I hope you like cats, because if not, this might not be for you. Right, let's get on with it. Well, before we get into all my cat related things, I think we should do some art. So this is the final design in my series of keyrings. This is the 5th one, and this one is going to be a little bit different. So as I've probably explained many times, these are going to be on clear acrylic and they're going to be double-sided, so you'll be able to flip them over, and on all the others it's the same design on both sides. With this one, this is the only one where the design differs on each side. So that's kind of why it got left till last, because it's slightly more complicated to do things that way. So as you saw at the beginning, I'd already drawn out the bottle shape. That was done in Photoshop with the path tool, just to make it really, really neat and precise. But for this design, I decided to do a potion bottle. So I'm going to have one side where it's like the poisonous side, and so I added in all these little poisonous mushrooms, and then on the other side, when you flip it over, it's going to look a lot brighter and it's going to be like a mushroom potion, if that makes sense. So I'm just drawing in these little mushrooms, and my colour scheme for this first side is going to be a lot of purples, and then on the other side it's going to be more greens, and I'm going to do red for the mushroom caps. But on this side, pretty much everything's purple apart from the stems of the mushrooms. And I don't know, I just thought this design was really fun, and I did want to do at least one design where it was different on either side, but I was trying not to make it too complicated for myself. That's because this is the first time I've done this, so I just decided to do the just this one. But I think it comes out pretty well in the end. So With this one, because I had all different shades of purple, it takes a while just to sort of get them to sort of go with each other, because you'd think like, oh, they're all shades of purple, they must all work together, but when you've got a pinky purple next to a bluish purple, it doesn't always go. Oh, and here I am drawing out the instead of doing the sort of like classic spots like you would get on an amanita mushroom, I decided to make them have this little skull design on each one instead of just ordinary spots. I thought that was just a bit more fun, and sort of it shows, you know, exactly what it is. This is, you know, it's poison, don't drink it. So I added all these little skulls to all the mushrooms, keeping it quite simple. You can see I'm just going in very quickly, a couple of lines, and then rubbing out where I want the details to be, because these will be really small, so it needs to be, you know, readable enough at this size so that when it's shrunk down you can still tell what it is. But I am doing them sort of like these soft, sort of cartoony shapes, I suppose, because it is just a circle and then a wiggle. And then just rubbing out for the eyes. So, but I wanted it to look like not realistic, not like scary or anything, just like quite cartoonish. Yeah, it's because it's just meant to be fun. So I added a lot more in than I thought. And then for the sort of, not exactly the background, but the potion bottle was looking a little bit empty, so I decided to add in these sort of like swirls, kind of like it's giving off fumes or something. And so I just did these swirls, and then I'm going to add some colour in there as well. So yeah, I sped that part up because it took me a while to get those swirls exactly as I wanted them. And then it was all about just sort of picking the colours for them. And just to finish it off, I added this little tag with a sort of cheeky little skull and crossbones to like sort of show what it is. You know, you don't want to be picking this up by mistake. And then it was just a case of adding in these sort of final details and little touches, like adding the little spots on the cork, and then making sure all the colours in the design work, and adding like the little details there. You can see I'm adding to the cord that holds the tag on. And it was just a case of going over and making sure, like I say, all those colours match up. So I ended up putting on sort of a purple fade over the whole thing, and then that area there looked a little bit blank, so I decided to add in some little bubbles. And then, as I've done with all the designs, just added on this sort of shines on the glass. And yeah, I really like this design. Admittedly it is purple, and which is automatically going to make me biased. But I think the colours go really well together, and the mushrooms sort of stand out like I wanted them to. And that's just some sort of scribble there for the writing. And that's it, done. I think it came out pretty good. I like the bubbles that I did. I'm glad I added those in because that bit looked a bit blank on its own. So yeah, that's the first side, and I will be back later with the second. So now I'm back with the same charm. I'm doing the opposite side now. So what I've done here is I've flipped the canvas over, so it's as if I'm working on the back now. Because what I've got to do is I've got to keep the silhouette exactly the same as on the first side. If anything sticks out when they come to print on either side of the charm, it's going to be really obvious that it doesn't match up. So the second side is a lot easier because I've pretty much done all the work. The only thing I need to change is the colours and some of the details. So on this side, I got rid of those little skulls, and I'm just adding in the sort of normal spots that you would find on your fly agaric mushrooms, which I think I've spoken about them before because they're the classic red ones, and reindeer like to eat them. So I think I talked about that a few videos ago when I did a watercolor of one of them. So it's actually quite, you know, relaxing to do the second side, because really all I'm doing is just changing the colors and then changing anything that won't mess up that silhouette. So like adding these spots on isn't going to do anything to like ruin how it matches up on the other side. And a lot of the work I basically just done for myself. Like I don't have to add in all those highlights around the glass this time. I can just sort of relax, and I just added all these little bits in. As you can see, I think this is in real time. So it was quite chill, you know, it's quite a relaxed way of working. So I think for this side I'm going to put some music on, and you can just sort of watch me work. So I think I've said everything last time really that I needed to say. hope you enjoyed seeing my cats being silly with with their new toys. Salem's actually been quite naughty with that, with one of the long feather toys. He doesn't want to share, and when he gets it, he growls like so much. We're trying to teach him not to do it because he's being possessive over it. When any of the other cats are like near him, as soon as he sees them, he'll lock eyes and be like, "Argh." So yeah, we're gonna have to try and train him not to do that. I guess he thinks it's his, prey or kill or whatever, so it's probably just instincts. And as you can see, I am wearing the same top as I was at the beginning because this is the same day. Because I'm not, like I say, I've not got a lot of time, so I'm filming the intro and the outro same day for a change. But I hope you like seeing my my digital piece of the little potion bottle. So I can't wait to get that one back because that's the only design that's, double-sided where it's got a different design on either side. So I'm hoping that works out. I'm hoping everything lines up correctly with all these. They should do, because I've ordered from this place before and they've always done a really good job. I've just never ordered double-sided charms. I've always got the single-sided ones. So yeah, because those can all be, I just need to resize them and send them off. In fact, I've got my iPad here, so I guess I'll show you look like them all together if I can film it without too many reflections. Yeah, sorry about the reflection. There's not really an angle I can do where I don't get the reflection. But this one was my first one. This one kind of set the tone, and I figured out a lot of things like how I wanted to shade it, how I wanted to like show what's glass, and just basically, just keeping things quite simple, quite limited color palette. This one I really like. I think this one's like quite a cohesive piece. So like, I think like the colors go really well together, considering I've got like sort of every shade of green. I've got the bluey greens and then I've got more yellowy greens. So I really like that one. I think that one's going to be nice. I like this one as well because I am not the best at drawing trees. I don't like have a lot of practice drawing full trees. I usually draw like the odd flower here and there. But I think this piece really sort of came together when I added in this little cottage here and the washing line. I think the washing line really makes it. Yeah, this one was a struggle. This one is the most sort of like fantasy style piece. But in the end, I ended up really liking it. It was just like a lot of back and forth on how I was going to colour it, what was going to be in there. Mostly just me overthinking it, like usual. But this one I really like. I love these little skulls instead of having just the plain spots. I think this one's going to be really fun. Because as I probably mentioned in the voiceover, it's the only one that's going to be double-sided with a different design. So you've got your mushroom potion, and then your mushroom poison, and so hopefully these are going to look really, really nice together. So yeah, that's the whole series. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. It feels like it's been going on forever, but in reality it's not been that long. Right, so I'm going to leave things there for this week. Hopefully I will be back soon and the keyrings will arrive, and I'll be able to sort of unpackage them on camera and get to see. I'd like to be able to react to them in real time, assuming they've come out all right. They should do. Anyway, I hope your weekend goes well and I will see you next time. Bye.